हरि ओं नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य भाषाकौशलस्य 27तमे दृश्ये भवतां स्वागतम्। अद्य वयम् अष्टाध्यायी इति शब्दम् अधिकृत्य किञ्चित् जानीमः। So today we will learn something related to the word अष्टाध्यायी. As usual, we will see some words and then we will think on those words. First, अष्टाध्यायी, पंचवटी, त्रिलोकी, त्रिभुवनम, चतुर्युगम, पंचपात्रम, पंचगवम. Yes, you are right. We are going to talk about Dvigu Samasa. But here, as a beginner, we generally get the question of why certain forms they end with ikara, like Ashtadhyayi, Panchavati, Triloki, and why some forms they end with regular Napumsakalinga like Tribhuvanam, Chaturyugam, Panchapatram and Panchagavam. So that's what we are going to see today. So all of these are examples for Samahara Dvigu Samasa. So when you say Ashtadhyayi, Ashtanam Adhyayanam Samaharaha, a collection of 8 chapters is called as Ashtadhyayi. Panchavati, Panchanam Vatanam Samaharaha Panchavati, the collection of 5 banyan trees is called Panchavati. Triloki, Trayanam Lokanam Samaharaha Triloki, the collection of 3 lokas is called as Triloki. Tribhuvanam, Trayanam Bhuvananam Samaharaha Tribhuvanam, the collection of 3 Bhuvanam, that is again Loka, and the collection of 3 Bhuvanas is called as Tribhuvanam. Similarly, Chaturnam Yuganam Samaharaha Chaturyugam, Panchanam Patranam Samaharaha Panchapatram, Panchanam Gavam Samaharaha Panchagavam. So hope this is clear why we are using this Dvigu Samasa. So generally we use Dvigu Samasa to indicate a collection of something, because the collection is in Ekavachanam, so we always have these forms in Ekavachanam. But the question is, why we have few forms in Ikaranta Strilingam and why we have few forms in Akaranta Napumsakalingam? That's a question we wanted to look at it today. So for that, we will understand the Linga Vyavastha of Dvigu Samasa. The basic Lakshanam of Dvigu Samasa is, it is any Samasa which is having a number in the first of, then that is called as Dvigu Samasa. So, Sankhya Purvaha Dviguhu. So, wherever you have the Sankhya as the first part of the Samasta Padam, then that Samasa is called as Dvigu Samasa. What about the Linga Vyavastha of this Dvigu Samasa? The general rule is Napumsakalinge eva Dvigu Samasta Padam bhavati. The Samasta Padam which is derived with Dvigu Samasa will always have Napumsakalingam. That's the standard rule. So now there are some exceptions where we can get Ikaranta words. Now the exception is Akarantottara Padasya Strilingam Tacha Ikarantata. So we know that there are 2 parts in any Samasta Padam. By joining 2 words, we get another Samasta Padam. And the first word generally called as Purva Padam, and the second word is called as Uttara Padam. And in the Dvigu Samasa, always the first word will be the Sankhya. Like Ashtadhyayi, Ashta is a Sankhya. And the Panchapatram, Pancha is a Sankhya. So if you have first part as Sankhya, then it is a Dvigu Samasa. Now the second part of the word, that is Uttara Padam. If the Uttara Padam is ending with Akara, Hrasva Akara, then this Apavada comes in. If the second Padam is Akarantam, then the Samasta Padam, the Dvigu Samasta Padam will be in the Strilingam, and it will also have the form ending with Ikara, Dirgha Ikara. So that is the exceptional rule here. So now based on this, based on these two rules, we'll try to see some examples. The first rule is a standard rule and second one is the exception to it. Okay, the Napumsakalingasya udaharanani. That is an example for the standard rule. Example, Pancha Gavam. So, Panchanam Gavam Samaharaha. A collection of 5 cows is called as Pancha Gavam. So, here the two words before we perform Samasanam is Pancha and Go. Pancha is a Sankhya Vachika Shabda. So, that's why it is Dvigu. And second word is Go. And the Uttarapadam, the Go does not end with Rasva Akara. So, the Apavada does not come in. So, Go, and because of some Prakriya, we get Ava, like a Gava as a form. Okay. So, this by default ends with Napumsakalingam. So, Panchagavam is the form. And the next example is Tripatham. Trayanam Patham Samaharaha. Again, 3 and Pathin, Purvapadam and Uttarapadam. And Uttarapadam does not end with Rasvakara. So, this again takes the Napumsakalingam. And there is a special, again there is some special rule. If you have Pathin Shabda in the Samasa, it is translated, it is transformed into Patha. That's a separate rule that we are not talking about here. So, the final form is Tripatham is the form. Okay, these are a few examples where the Uttarapadam does not end with Rasva Akara, first thing. And now we will see the exceptional rule. If the Uttarapadam ends with Rasva Akara, then we will get Strilingam and Ikarantam. Let's see the examples. Akarantasya udaharanani. Ashtadhyayi. Ashtanam Adhyayanam Samaharaha. But if you see, the Purvapadam is Ashta and Uttarapadam is Adhyaya. So remember, the Purvapadam and Uttarapadam is with respect to the Samastapadam. So we don't count whether it's a Purvapadam or Uttarapadam based on the Vigraha Vakyam. So you can even still say Adhyayanam Ashtanam Samaharaha. So then we can even swap these words. Adhyayanam Ashtanam Samaharaha. You can still swap. But actually, the Purvapadam and Uttarapadam is with respect to the Samastapadam. In the final Samastapadam, Ashta is the Purvapadam and Adhyaya is the Uttarapadam. Okay, so in that aspect, Adhyaya, the Uttarapadam ends with Akara, Rasvakara. Adhyaya, it ends with Akara. So, the special rule kicks in. So, the Samastapadam will be in the Strilinga and that too in Ikarantam. So, Ashtadhyayi is the form. Next example, Panchavati. Atra Panchanam Vatanam Samaharaha. Pancha plus Vata. So again, Uttarapadam ends with Hrasva Akara. So it gets the Strilingam and it also becomes Ikaranta Shabda. So Panchavati is the form. And the next example, Triloki. So Trayanam Lokanam Samaharaha. 3 plus Loka. The Uttarapadam Loka ends with Akara. So it gets the Srilingam and Ikarantatvam. So Triloki is the form. Hope this is clear. So now we will see few more examples. That is, first one, Tribhuvana. And Vigraha Vakyam is Trayanam Bhuvananam Samaharaha. And 3 is the Purvapadam and Bhuvana is the Uttarapadam. So again, the Uttarapadam ends with Hrasva Akara, but we still get 3 Bhuvana as the Napumsakalingam. But in the case of Ashtadhyayi, the Adhyaya ends with Hrasva Akara, so we get Strilingam and Ikarantatvam like Ashtadhyayi. So accordingly, this should have also been 3 Bhuvani, but it is not 3 Bhuvani, it is 3 Bhuvana. Let's see few more examples, then we'll think about it. Panchapatram. Panchanam Patranam Samaharaha. Again, Pancha plus Uttarapadam Patra ends with Hrasva Akara, but the form is Panchapatram, not Panchapatri. Next example, Chatur Yugam. Chaturnam Yuganam Samaharaha. Chatur Yugam. Here the Uttara Padam is Yuga, which ends with Rasva Akara, but still it is Chatur Yugam. It is not Chatur Yugi. So now let us see why the Apavada does not work here. So let us revise the rules again. The Dvigu Samasa rules are, the first Purva Padam is always Sankhya, like a 3, Pancha, Chatur, okay. The second general rule is, the Samasta Padam will always be in the Napumsakalingam, no problem. Like we have seen example like Panchagavam and Tripadam and so on. And the third example is, if Uttara Padam ends with Rasva Akara, we get Strilingam and Ikarantam, like Ashtadhyayi and the Triloki and others. Now there is another important point here. So we have another exception to this exception. So we already have one exception for Akaranta Shabdas, and there is one more exception for this exception itself. That means that exception does not work. So we'll get Napumsakalingam itself. What is that exception? Patradiganas Shabdanam Punaha Napumsakatvam. So there are again some exceptions with the Akaranta Shabdas like Tribhuvana and Panchapatra and Chaturyuga. So they don't end with Ekaranta, they don't become Srilinga in the Samasta Padam. It will still stay as Napumsakalinga words with Akarantatvam. Okay, so such words are actually, those words are actually part of Patradigana. So Patradigana is again a collection of some words. For those words, this particular exception does not apply. This means most of the words in that Gana will be ending with Akara, and if one of those words come as a Uttara Padam in the Dvigu Samasa, they will still get the Napumsakalinga Tvam. Okay, what is this Patradigana? It is an Akrutigana. Akrutigana means it doesn't have any fixed list of words, but if you come across any such prayogas while reading any text, like if you've come across Tribhavana or Panchapatra, Chaturyuga, so they actually, though they match with this exception, but still the form is wrong. This Tribhavana, it's not Tribhavani, it is Tribhavana. The form is still not correct. So for such things, to fix such things, we add those Bhavana, Patra and Yuga Shabdas into this Patradigana. The Patradigana is the collection of words in that the first word is Patra, like a Patra, Bhavana and Yuga. These words are actually part of Patradigana, and this Gana is Akrutigana. That means the Gana can keep changing. If you come across any other words something similar to this pattern, you can add them, you can consider them as they are part of Patradigana, and you can still have Napumsakatvam there. Okay, now what are the words that you can see right now? So right now we can see only 3 words in this list as per the Shastra Vyakhya. They are Bhavana and Patra and Yuga, and all 3 of them we have seen here: Tribhavanam, Panchapatram and Chaturyugam. And if you come across anything similar to it, we should assume that they are part of Patradigana, and we should just take it as Napumsakalingam. So that's all overall I wanted to cover, but there are few other exceptions, like few words they get both the forms optionally. So few will have Napumsakalingatvam, and it also can have Strilingatvam also. So I'm not covering those things because they are optionally, they happen. So even if you use one of these 2 patterns, that should work fine for you. So I tried covering the basic important place where we make mistakes. I wanted to cover that part. And similarly, we can see Dvigu Samasa in Tadhita Prayogas and also with Bahurihi. So I'm not covering them as well. So most of us as a beginner, we make mistakes in these particular forms. So I wanted to cover here. In case if you have any other queries, you can post them in the comment section, or if you come across any other such forms like this, please post them in the comment section. So now we'll see final list of few other Dvigu Samasa words like Ashtadhyayi. Now you can go and find out why it is Ikarantatvam and why it is Akarantatvam on Napumsakalingam and Strilingam. You can find out yourself. So Ashtadhyayi, Panchavati, Triloki, Tribhavanam, and Chaturyugam, Panchapatram, Panchagavam, Tripadi, Panchamoli, Dasharathi, Shatabdi, Saptahaha, Navaratram, Dviratram. Okay, these are a few examples which follow a similar pattern. So there are few highlights I wanted to give here. First one is Saptahaha. It's again a Digu Samasta Padam. Saptanam Ahnam Samaharaha Saptahaha. The collection of 7 days is Saptaha. That is a week. So Ahan is a Nakaranta Napumsakalinga Shabda. So there is a special rule if you get Ahan as a Uttarapadam, the Aha is the replacement. So that's why you get Pumlingatvam and with Akarantatvam. So Saptaha is the exception. So I have not covered it in this video. And the other one is if you get again next one is Navaratram. So Navanam Ratrinam Samaharaha Navaratram. The collection of 9 nights is called as Navaratram. And the Dviratram, Dvayoho Ratriyoho Samaharaha Dviratram. The collection of 2 nights is called as Dviratram. And again there is some special rule here. If you get Ratri Shabda as a Uttarapadam, it generally ends with Akaranta, like Ratra. And if that is in a Digu Samasa, that is if it is Sankhya Purva Ratri Shabda Bhavati Chet, Tatra Napumsakalingatvam, Anyatra Pumlingatvam. So if you get any Purva Ratraha or Apara Ratraha, so there the Purva Padam is Purva or Apara and something else if you get, then the final Samasta Padam will be in the Pumlingam. But if the Purva Padam is Sankhya Vachaka Padam, then final Samasta Padam will be in the Napumsakalingam. So Navaratram and Dviratram are the forms. But if Purva Padam is not a Sankhya for Ratri Shabda, like Purva or Para or Apara or something like Purva Ratraha, Pararatraha, Apararatraha, you can get something like that. They will be in the Pumlingam. So hope this is clear. I tried to cover most of the most important parts of Digu Samasa in a shorter way. There are a few other exceptions and as they are not much important, I am skipping them. So hope this video is useful for all of you, and if you have any such topics to be discussed, please let me know in the comment section below. Please subscribe to this channel Sanskrit.today to watch more videos like this and share this with your friends and interested people. And let us meet in the next session. Dhanyavadaha.